Like, share and subscribe for more great content. Remember to turn on notifications to never miss another Cobra Kai video ever again. And now let's begin. Autofreak.com and Gamespot dropped a bombshell of news on July 8, 2020. The website reports the following regarding the release date of Cobra Kai, with the news said to originate from sources close to Netflix. We finally have our first piece of news that originates from a major news source. Cobra Kai Season 3 launch date is set for 2021. Sources near Netflix have verified that Cobra Kai Season 3 will probably soon be premiering on Netflix instead of its default stage, YouTube Premium. On the 22nd of June 2020, it had been announced that the franchise would move to Netflix since YouTube was reluctant to renew the sequence. On Netflix, the preceding two seasons that were on YouTube Premium are also featured along with Season 3. The release date for Season 3 has not yet been confirmed, through the filming was wrapped in 2019. On account of current world events, the production and financing of the show is at a standstill. Hence, it is expected to launch in late 2020 or early 2021. According to news sources, a change of the franchise was tried for Season 2. Unfortunately, the two parties had arguments along with the deal didn't move through. Cobra Kai Season 3 cast details have also leaked. Cobra Kai Season 1 surprised fans by being a far better TV series than expected. It smartly capitalized on nostalgia for the Karate Kid movies and wove clever callbacks throughout the season, but YouTube's series also created endearing new young characters, including Miguel, Zolo Marajuna, Johnny's prize pupil, and Samantha, Mary Mauser, Daniel's daughter. Meanwhile, Johnny's estranged son Robbie, Tanner Buchanan, not only became Daniel's student, but he also came to live with Daniel and started dating Sam, forming a love triangle with Miguel, who is Sam's ex-boyfriend. Cobra Kai Season 1 concluded with Miguel winning the All-Valley Karate Championship, but Johnny was in for a nasty surprise when his old sensei John Kreese, Martin Kove, suddenly re-entered his life. The conclusion of Cobra Kai Season 2 saw tragedy strike both dojos, and Johnny's career as a sensei was completely upended. Daniel didn't exactly come out of things looking great either. With the story primed to continue, here's what we know so far about Cobra Kai Season 3. Cobra Kai was renewed for Season 3, and was originally planned to premiere in 2020. However, thanks to it now moving to a new streaming platform, it's unclear if that will still be the case. Season 3 started shooting in 2019, however, despite speculation that it had since completed post-production, its move to Netflix, and real-world events have completely changed its release schedule, according to sources close to Netflix. While Cobra Kai has been a huge hit for YouTube Premium, the Google-owned streaming outlet is moving away from original scripted programming, and production studio Sony TV has brokered a deal with Netflix to acquire Cobra Kai Season 3, and also possibly stream future seasons. Netflix also gains the rights to stream Seasons 1 and 2 on a non-exclusive basis, allowing its subscribers to binge the whole series. Besides stars and executive producers Ralph Macchio and William Zabka, all of the actors from Cobra Kai Season 2 are expected to return for a third season, and that includes Martin Kove as well. Along with Zolo Marajuna, Mary Mauser, Tanner Buchanan, and Jacob Bertrand as Hawk, Cobra Kai Season 2 expanded the young cast of characters to build up the ranks of the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do dojos, which included Peyton List as Tori, who became Sam's arch-rival. The final shot of No Mercy, the Cobra Kai Season 2 finale, also included a tease for the lone major character from the Karate Kid who has yet to appear on the YouTube original series, Ali Mills Schwaber. Whether or not Elizabeth Shue will reprise her role remains to be seen, but Ali has been repeatedly referenced throughout both seasons of Cobra Kai, and Johnny admitted he has never gotten over her. Where her return might leave Daniel's marriage to Amanda is anyone's guess. The members of this cast are expected to remain the same, with the exception of supporting characters like Aisha not making the cut for this season. There isn't any info about any addition to the cast list, so we have no confirmation if Ali Mills will indeed make an appearance. No reports could be confirmed since there is still a long time to opt for this show's launch. Confirmed Season 3 cast members include Ralph Macchio, Tanner Buchanan, Zolo Marajuna, and Samantha. Season 3, according to sources, will see Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso finally set their feud aside, as they attempt to forge a new path forward, and do better this time around, potentially bringing their 30-plus year feud finally to an end. In Cobra Kai Season 2, tensions between the students of the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do dojos finally exploded into all-out war. The chaos was unlike anything that fans have seen in the Karate Kid movies and had devastating consequences. Daniel and Johnny both realized their epic failures as senseis. Daniel's wife Amanda laid down the law that there would be no more karate in their lives. Meanwhile, Kreese betrayed Johnny and changed the course of the Cobra Kai dojo. Cobra Kai Season 2 has evolved beyond the Karate Kid movies, and it's awesome. Just like Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka wanted to move Cobra Kai karate past the old ways of his sensei John Kreese, Martin Kove. In Season 2, the YouTube Premium series moved beyond nostalgia for the 1980s movies about Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio, and told a new kind of Karate Kid story fans have never seen before. Cobra Kai Season 2 was about balance, and while the series struggled at times to walk the line between being modern and being a throwback, when the students of Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do took center stage, they proved they are the best around. A clue for where the series can go next was offered by Robbie to Johnny in the Season 2 finale, that he and Daniel could learn a lot from each other. After the tragedy that struck their students and children, Cobra Kai Season 3 will likely determine whether eternal rivals Johnny and Daniel can finally put their differences aside and learn to work together for a common good. One thing that's confirmed is that Daniel will head to Okinawa, Mr. Miyagi's hometown, and a place they traveled to together in The Karate Kid Part 2. Additionally, it's been teased that more will be revealed about the origins of both Miyagi's and Cobra Kai's martial arts philosophies, which ties directly to Daniel's Okinawa excursion. To be clear, his does not mean the series will end, rather Season 3 aims to transition the series in an entirely different direction for future seasons to come. In Cobra Kai Season 2, tensions between the students of the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do dojos finally exploded into all-out war. The chaos was unlike anything that fans have seen in the Karate Kid movies and had devastating consequences. Daniel and Johnny both realized their epic failures as senseis. Daniel's wife Amanda laid down the law that there would be no more karate in their lives. Meanwhile, Kreese betrayed Johnny and changed the course of the Cobra Kai dojo. Fans of the Karate Kid were shocked and delighted when they discovered Cobra Kai Season 1 was really good. The continuation series picked up 34 years after Daniel defeated Johnny at the All Valley Karate Tournament, vividly and humorously contrasting successful family man Daniel with Johnny, a down-on-his-luck loser still trapped in his 80s glory days. Cobra Kai Season 1 won over skeptical fans with its savvy mix of callbacks to the first 3 films and for introducing endearing new characters like Johnny's star pupil Miguel, Zolo Marajuna, Daniel's daughter Samantha, Mary Mauser, his wife Amanda, Courtney Hengeler, Johnny's estranged son Robbie, Tanner Buchanan, and their high school friends. Season 1 explored how well Cobra Kai's "Strike First, Strike Hard, No Mercy" credo would work on teenagers in 2018, remarkably well, it turns out, but Cobra Kai Season 2 was about Daniel striking back by opening up Miyagi-Do karate so that his students could learn to defend themselves against Cobra Kai. And whereas the original 3 Karate Kid films were about Daniel, with Mr. Miyagi's guidance, against all odds, both seasons of Cobra Kai brilliantly built up to a full-on karate war between the students of both dojos. By the end of Cobra Kai Season 2, it's become clear that the YouTube series has broken out, repeating what worked in the 1980s and has successfully struck upon a new kind of Karate Kid story. Cobra Kai Season 1 scored big laughs with its heavy reliance on Karate Kid nostalgia, especially the dynamite sequence when Johnny explained the events of the first movie to Miguel from his point of view, painting Daniel as the villain. However, Cobra Kai Season 2 was more clever in how it paid tribute to the films. Daniel and Robbie rebuilt Mr. Miyagi's house into the Miyagi-Do dojo, but La Russo soon learned the methods his wise old sensei used to specifically train him don't quite translate to modern teenagers, especially someone as neurotic as Demetri Gianni DiCenzo. Thus, Daniel laudably invented his own training methods, but he still makes his students wax cars and paint his fence. Daniel turned out to be a good sensei, even though it meant his neglecting his wife and car dealership. One of the best lessons Daniel imparted to his students began with the revelation that he once joined Cobra Kai in The Karate Kid Part 3 and how it twisted him into an angry and violent person. This wasn't just another callback, it was an effective way to reference that film to enhance the series. Meanwhile, Johnny is proudly and defiantly a 1980s man through and through, but even he saw the need to evolve both his dojo and in his personal life, but only so long as he remains badass. Because he cares about Miguel and his students, Johnny revised his philosophy that it was important to show honor and mercy, and keep moving forward, and this seems to be the mantra of Cobra Kai Season 2 as well. Kyle, Miguel, Sam, Robbie, and Tori Peyton List are all knowledgeable about the 1980s and even attend an 80s-themed cosplay party. Hawk Jacob Bertrand exemplifies the worst kind of 80s nostalgia. With his 80s punk mohawk, Hawk adheres that no mercy Cobra Kai credo and he becomes a sociopathic bully. In all, Cobra Kai Season 2 shines best when it lets the young cast take the lessons of the past and interpret them to work for their modern sensibilities. When Cobra Kai focuses on the next generation, nostalgia becomes less relevant because the series' Karate Kids are such well-developed characters. Cobra Kai Season 1 had fun by highlighting the contrasting virtues and flaws of both Daniel and Johnny, but Cobra Kai Season 2 brought in a pure villain, John Kreese. While Martin Kove still brings the requisite menace, Kreese feels like a step backward for the series, an awkward throwback to the binary good vs evil of the Karate Kid movies that didn't quite gel in this more richly complex continuation series. The issue with Kreese is that Cobra Kai examines how everyone has good and bad sides, but Kreese is so obviously evil, he sticks out like a sore thumb. Johnny was wise to initially throw Kreese out and refuse to work with him, only to relent when he believed Kreese's sob story about how he turned a homeless vagrant for the past 30 years. This was a brief attempt to humanize Kreese, but it unsurprisingly turned out to be a lie. Once he was back in Johnny's good graces, Kreese was clearly a corrupting influence, and it made Johnny look dumb for standing idly by and allowing his old sensei to poison his students. Johnny's ineptitude is great for comedy, like how he didn't know how to turn on a laptop or how to use his new smartphone, but the way Kreese stole the Cobra Kai dojo right out from under Johnny's nose made Sensei Lawrence come off like a fool. Worse, it was so obviously telegraphed that the final twist at the end of the Cobra Kai Season 2 finale, No Mercy, came as no surprise. It's never a good thing when the audience knows what the villain is up to but the hero is blind to it. While Cobra Kai did need a villain to pit both Johnny and Daniel against, Kreese comes off like a mustache-twirling cartoon bad guy who should have stayed in the 1980s films where he belongs. The best thing about Cobra Kai Season 2 was how it masterfully built to a Karate Kid story the franchise hadn't done before, all-out war between the students of Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do dojos. Although Sam said at the start of the season she didn't want to fight Cobra Kai, like her father before her, she found herself pitted against her own archenemy, Tori, and the two of them finally set off the powder keg. Cobra Kai Season 2 gradually escalated the war with little skirmishes, like a brawl at the mall food court, and games of one-upsmanship, but in the Season 2 finale, tensions exploded in a full-on karate gang war at their high school, which was the most spectacular fight sequence, much of it performed by the actors, fans have ever seen in the Karate Kid saga. Cobra Kai Season 2 references Grease and The Outsiders, another 80s film Ralph Macchio starred in, when setting up its teen dojo war, but the series brilliantly explored how the students are all different flavors of Karate Kids. Sam is a good person with her heart in the right place, but she has her father's temper. Miguel is also a lovable kid with a good heart, but trusting Johnny implicitly and showing Robbie mercy turned out to be a mistake. By contrast, Robbie benefited from Miyagi-Do's training and by the kindness of the LaRussos, but there's a rotten core to him that reflects his father Johnny's worst aspects. Tori is a reversal of what Daniel was in the original film. She's a poor kid who resents Sam for being affluent the way teenage Daniel initially saw Johnny. The love quadrangle between the four of them was Cobra Kai Season 2's most finely executed balance. Even Hawk, the most villainous of the Cobra Kai, had fleeting moments of doubt before he hardened his resolve not to be AP*SSY. Along with the other characters like Dimitri, Aisha, Nicole Brown, and even Moon, Hannah Keppel, the young cast of Cobra Kai Season 2 delivered a fresh, new spin on the Karate Kid story. And the melee ended in a horrific tragedy when Miguel was seriously injured by Robbie. The series made clear that reveling in the black and white rigidity that defined Cobra Kai in the 1980s was damaging long-term and turns people into jerks, and he wanted his students to be better than that. Cobra Kai is inextricably tied to the Karate Kid films, but Season 2 used nostalgia as teaching methods and not merely for fan service. Even Johnny's reunion with his old Cobra Kai high school buddies had lessons about mortality and making better use of your life. When Johnny restarted the Cobra Kai dojo to turn his life around, Daniel responded with horror that the karate cult that tormented his high school years was rising again. The tragic conclusion of Cobra Kai Season 2 set the stage for something else Karate Kid fans haven't seen, Daniel and Johnny working together in Cobra Kai Season 3. In No Mercy, Robbie foreshadowed a possible team-up when he told his father, "Maybe you guys could learn a thing or two from each other." Indeed, the eternal rivals even found they could enjoy a truce and a night of salsa dancing with their significant others before they came to blows again. While Daniel was able to prepare his students to fight Cobra Kai, ultimately, they both lost their dojos and failed as senseis, leaving the valley wide open for Kreese's Cobra Kai to run amok. If Johnny and Daniel combining their knowledge to benefit the students still loyal to them is the next step, it's the most fitting payoff to this saga. Cobra Kai crackles every time Ralph Macchio and William Zabka share the screen, and the series has set them up as the ultimate odd couple. Cobra Kai Season 2 explored what Daniel and Johnny's senseis meant to them, but at this point in the story, both of them are ready to finally completely assume the role of sensei without needing Mr. Miyagi or Kreese to show them the way. With the tease of a possible appearance of Elizabeth Shue as Ali in Cobra Kai Season 3, Karate Kid nostalgia will still have a role to play. But the young cast has earned the spotlight, and for the students to win the war with Kreese's Cobra Kai, it'll take Daniel and Johnny moving forward together, which promises another exciting evolution of the Karate Kid story in Cobra Kai Season 3. The news comes after a report that Sony was looking to find the Karate Kid sequel series a new home. At the time, it was said YouTube Premium was willing to air Season 3 but would not order any further episodes. Instead, the show has a new life on Netflix. The appeal of the Karate Kid saga is timeless, and Cobra Kai picks up right where it left off without missing a beat, Netflix Vice President of Original Series Brian Wright said in a statement. The rivalry between Daniel and Johnny is one for the ages, and the show has a ton of heart and is a lot of fun. We can't wait to introduce a new generation of fans to Cobra Kai and are thrilled to be its new home around the world. Now, at long last, fans of the show will find out what happens after the Season 2 cliffhanger. We talked to star Zolo Marajuna about that epic ending back when it aired in May 2019 and discussed Season 3 with the cast at Comic-Con last year. Finally, though, we are much closer to seeing how the story will unfold and what will send Daniel LaRusso back to Japan for the first time since Karate Kid 2. With the entire third season already filmed, we now wait to find out when Netflix plans to debut the new episodes. Thus far, all the streaming service has said is it'll follow the addition of Season 1 and 2. Meanwhile, among the new arrivals on Netflix in July are the Karate Kid movies, and they're coming later this week. A clue for where the series can go next was offered by Robbie to Johnny in the Season 2 finale, that he and Daniel could learn a lot from each other. After the tragedy that struck their students and children, Cobra Kai Season 3 will likely determine whether eternal rivals Johnny and Daniel can finally put their differences aside and learn to work together for a common good. One thing that's confirmed is that Daniel will head to Okinawa, Mr. Miyagi's hometown, and a place they traveled to together in the Karate Kid Part 2. Additionally, it's been teased that more will be revealed about the origins of both Miyagi's and Cobra Kai's martial arts philosophies, which ties directly to Daniel's Okinawa excursion. And there you have it. Cobra Kai Season 3 will likely air in 2021, with the earliest possible release date now being set for late 2020. Do you think you will be able to wait another 6 to 8 months to finally watch the new season of Cobra Kai? Let us know what you think in the comments. Remember to turn on notifications to never miss another Cobra Kai video again. Smash the like button to help get this video to 1,000 likes. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.